Hey y'all. Today is cycle day. I just put it in front of my thing. I think it's like cycle day 20. And I know for a fact I'm one DPO. Yeah, today's cycle day 20. Had to double check the AVIQ. Um, and I do know for a fact that I am one DPO because last night my husband and I were laying in bed watching Bruce Almighty, and I had started getting a headache earlier, like an hour or so before that. And when we were watching Bruce Almighty, which I love Jim Carrey, and all of his movies make me laugh really hard, but like my favorite ones are Bruce Almighty, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Liar Liar, and like just uncontrollable laughter. Well, by about halfway through the movie, I wasn't laughing anymore because my head was starting to hurt so bad. And I get something called ice pick headaches, I guess, where I've had migraines since I was like 12, 13 years old. But recently, my migraines, what they've progressed into is um, I'll have a regular migraine, which usually will be in like one side of my head or the other. And most of the time, what happens is it'll like start like right here, and it'll be concentrated there most of the time, and then all of a sudden it'll radiate out and go all the way through my head, and then it'll stop in the back and be like the whole half side of my head, and then pretty soon it'll come back up and shrink right back into that spot. Well, they've done that for the last couple of years, but now in the last like I don't know, I'd say probably maybe 3-4 months, they started getting more weird where they do kind of concentrate themselves in a particular area. Like last night, mine was like concentrated like right here in my temple, and um, what it was doing was like it was just kind of a dull ache, like it was just like a regular like a regular headache, but then like I don't know, every 5-10 minutes, my head just felt like it was gonna explode and my eyes were gonna bulge out of my head, and like this is what it's been doing the last couple of months and stuff. And I looked them up one day and I found out that they're called ice pick headaches. And another symptom that I've had with my migraines recently, especially when I have my migraines that are concentrated to like one side of my head, I'll have paralysis. And they're hypoplegic migraines or something like that. Um, but I've got migraine medicine that I'm supposed to take when I get my migraines, but because we're so whatever on TTC right now, I won't take them. Like my husband told me last night, just take your medicine. I was like, I'm not going to because they're prescription and like they're just basically caffeine pills, but they have something else in them. I want to say they're supposed to be like a semi-narcotic migraine medicine because I've been on Imitrex and I've been on a whole bunch of different ones that none have worked. So, like, I haven't been taking these when I get my migraines. I just mainly try and get, like, really quiet and lay down, and I'll try and close my eyes or, whatever and stuff. So, last night I was having this headache, and then after a little while, I started getting a pain in my right side, like ovulation pain and stuff. And I told my husband, I was like, I'm ovulating. Because, like, I started going, ow, 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 ow. And my husband was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm cramping because apparently I'm ovulating. And so I had to explain the whole ovulation pain thing to him last night of why we can actually feel it. Because he was like, how did you know you can feel it? And whatever. So, like, I was like, I'm pretty sure. But it was pretty close to time for me to do my vaginal reading with my AVIQ. So I was like, what the hell? I'll go ahead and go do it. So I did my AVIQ reading and got a pink box. And so I definitely know I am one DPO today now. So I did ovulate yesterday. None of it's been confirmed with OPKs because I have such a hard time. Like, I don't know if my LH hormone just is so low or what. The LH just does not surge enough to get a positive OPK for me. Like, the other day I got one that was not the darkest that I've ever gotten, but it was pretty close to the darkest I ever get. So, like, I don't know. OPKs are just hard for me, and I've got so many of them, and, like, I just get tired of using them because of the fact that, like, I never get a positive out of them. So, when I did it the other day, like, it was at, like, 2 in the morning, too. So, it was, like, way out of, like, the time that you should be doing them and stuff. So, I might have just barely caught the beginning of the rise on it, and had I tested again that day, it might have actually been there or whatever and stuff. But I don't know. But according to my fertility friend, and what else am I on? According to fertility friend, and I think that's it. Yeah, my fertility friend is the main one. I went ahead and put my ovulation line in there. I like forced it in because I know that it was yesterday. So that is in there, and hopefully it'll populate a cover line for me in the next day or two, because I really don't understand what number the cover line base is on yet. But it is giving me a good score on BD, so that's kind of good because last cycle was not very good. And then it is telling me that if I conceived this cycle, we would have a baby due on Christmas Eve. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm not somebody that, like, I don't think it's fair for kids to have Christmas birthdays or birthdays around holidays. My previous two that I had, their birthdays are December 6th and December 8th, 2 days apart. And then my sister's niece is December 2nd, so her birthday is 4 days before my daughter turned 2. Yeah, before my daughter turned 2, I think. There's a year in between them, I think. No, it's before my daughter turned 1. My daughter was born in 2002, and I was born in 2003. But, so we've got 3 babies in our family now that are December babies. And if my husband and I have a December baby now, it'd be awesome, like, because a baby's a baby, and I'd be ecstatic. But, like, at the same time, like, where do you find the happy medium when it comes time for birthdays and holidays? Like, I see it so often where kids who have birthdays around the holidays either don't get very big birthdays and they get a ton of Christmas gifts, or they get really huge birthdays and then get nothing for Christmas. And, like, I just feel like that's such a ripoff. So, I don't know. But, we will see, I guess. I'm the one DPO, and obviously, really, there's no symptoms and stuff other than, like, yesterday I had my cramping, which when I was having it, I was pretty sure it was ovulation cramping, and it was the most intense that I can remember. Like, I have had ovulation cramping the last few months and stuff that I've actually really paid attention to since we've been more gung-ho on the TTC stuff. But last night was just way different. So hopefully that's a good sign. Hopefully that means that, the follicle got really big and released a nice big healthy egg, and we'll have a nice big fat baby in 9 months. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now, and I think things are pretty good. All the ladies that have gotten their BFP, congratulations, and that's just giving me hope. So hopefully, like, this will be a really good year for all of us. I made a joke on one of the fertility Facebooks that I'm on that there's got to be something in the water, and who knows? Maybe there is. I mean, there's so many conspiracies, like, things the government do to us, so who knows? Maybe that is the case. Maybe, the baby boom fads come through because of surge of additives in the water. They're testing on us and stuff, and I don't know. But there are a lot of 2012 babies, I think, that are going to be conceived and born this year. So hopefully I'm one of them, and all the rest of us are one of them, and I guess we're going to be good. So I will talk to you again soon, And till then, baby dust. And have a good week, the rest of the week, I guess. Bye.